Wait a minute. I ain't gonna be able to hold it for 8 minutes, so. We're about to hear a presentation on education from is your master's degree candidate?
Master recant? What you mean?
You work on your bachelor's?
Yeah.
Bachelor's degree candidate Russell
Lawrence Jr.
Russell Lawrence Jr. in education. He's at the seminar. Me being an educator myself, I'm in need of this speech. Go for it.
Okay, so presentation I'm doing today is about education. Education comes in many forms. It's not just traditional schooling. It's not just, join and work as soon as you graduate high school. And truly, what I've learned and that I want to share with you, education doesn't define you until you get to about, I want to say, your second year of college. Because until you get there, you don't know what you want to do. You're kind of lost. Most people who go to college, college is a great form of education, but most people go to college and cause stress. Maybe you're not built for stress. We call it stress, anxiety, PTSD, but the payout is great. Because when you go to college, now once you graduate, you got that bachelor's, that master's, or shoot, the doctorate if you want it. So many jobs in different positions will hire you and pay you good just because of that degree. You ain't gotta have no experience in that work field, but let's say you got a finance degree like what I'm going for. You got a finance degree, you want to be an investment banker. You can walk in making $70-something an hour just with that degree. No work field experience, no internships you've done before, just that degree. But on the other hand, when you're getting that degree, you're in school, from personal experience, I can say you're going to experience stress, anxiety. You're always going to feel like you're under pressure, you're under a microscope. So most people, that's a great form of education, but it's not for everybody. And if it's not for you, I'm also going to discuss 4 other forms of education that you can get throughout life. First form of education I'm going to talk about is trade school. Trade school now, it's school, but it's more of a hands-on type of learning. Trade school, for an example, would be if you want to be a plumber, you can go to a 6-month plumbing school. They teach you how to become a plumber. They teach you the ins and outs of plumbing, and it doesn't cost that much because everybody knows when you go to an institution, university, if you ain't got a scholarship, you're going to be paying money. Trade school, maybe $3,200 for 6 months, and that's a way better payout because in trade school, you also get great jobs in that specific field. Trade school, let's say, like I said, plumber. You're a plumber, you go for plumbing, smooth 6 months. After that, you're walking out, okay, $75,000 a year. That's well above average because the average American makes no more than $13,000 a year. That's a great payout. Next form of education I'm going to talk about with you is the workforce. Now, most people don't consider this a form of education because you're not learning. It's not set up like traditional school. You're not doing homework, you're not studying, you're not taking tests, but you learn in the workforce. Like for me, personally, and I believe Coach can also relate this message, we work in the recreation department. With the recreation department, you learn how to do stuff like set up programs, learn how to build connections with people, how to build connections with kids. You learn how to teach kids and you learn a lot from this work field. But the down part of this is, if you learn it from the workforce, there's not going to be that chance of elevation like it is if you go to trade school or college. But with the workforce, you do learn life lessons, and if you're smart enough, you think hard, and you take these lessons you learn from work, you can apply it in other aspects of life and elevate yourself without college or a trade school. Now, the last form of education I'm going to talk about is life lessons. Sometimes life is hard, sometimes life is brutal, sometimes life is a pain in the ass. But truthfully, what you should do in all aspects of life, whether you're winning, losing, hurting, healing, you should learn. Everything you should learn. I'm learning from doing this speech right now. For example, I've been moving around a lot. I'm a little nervous. I'm being recorded. So now I'm learning. Next time I do a speech, I need to focus up, look at the camera, stop looking around for other people to help me. You should learn from this speech. Like the way this speech is set up, I want everybody to remember at least 2 things I've said. At least 2. And once you remember those 2 things I said, I want you to relay them to Coach Ross so you can relay them to me. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about with this is that when you're discovering which form of education is for you, do not listen to other people. Your mom might tell you your whole life, okay, I want you to go to college, I want you to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to handle big business, you're going to be a businessman in a suit and tie every day. It might not be for you. You might want to, I don't know, you might want to go be a trash man. You know, they make $83,000 a year. People don't know that. They make $83,000. You ain't even got to have a high school degree to do that, or a high school diploma to do that. You gotta know that. Most people don't know that. You can do anything that you put your mind to. So I want you to think long and hard. Next time you get a homework assignment, if you're a kid, think long and hard. Okay, now do I want to do this for the rest of my life? Do I want to do this for the next 8 years of my life? Do I want to have this pressure on me? Do I got to type this assignment? Where you have to, do you want to have that pressure to where if you don't do this assignment, your life is over? As soon as you miss 3 assignments, you failed out of school, you're $100,000 in debt. I want you to think, do you want that kind of pressure? And if you do, go ahead and take it, because pressure builds diamonds. Pressure also busts pipes, and you don't want your pipes busted. Because then that's when you're going to be out here on your own, in debt, can't get a good job, got to explore the office. So that's the conclusion of my speech. But I want all of you guys to take a long, deep think to yourselves. Next time you're in school, next time you're doing homework, next time you're in the boxing gym, just look in the mirror. And I want you to say, what do you want? What do I want out of my life? That's what I want you to ask yourself. What do I want out of my life, and what am I willing to go through to get it?
All right.